welcome to the morning live. I'll be right back. All right. Get my studio set up. We got some guests coming over. One second. I got two guests coming on today. So welcome. There we go. We got Non-Fungible Cats in the house. Sending him an invite. Going live. I got Nerd Finance coming on. One guest on. Oh, you got to retry coming back on. We're having technical difficulties with Nerd Finance. All right, I'm going live on YouTube, guys. Check out my YouTube. I know there's 200 of you guys in this live stream, so. All right, we are going live. Yeah, you're gonna have to leave and come back. Wow, we got 250 people in this live stream. Thank you for the follows and thank you for the likes, guys. Appreciate it. You're gonna like this live stream. We're gonna have really cool content creators. Oh, move it up a little bit. There we go. I'll get off and on. All right, there's 200 of you guys. If you guys don't mind, smash the like button. Leave a comment. Let me know where you guys are from. We're live on YouTube. If you guys want to check out my YouTube, it's Cina Dean, Cinadean. I'll type it in the chat. So come check out my YouTube live stream as well. Hey, Denmark, come on my YouTube live stream and give me a thumbs up. So yeah, just search Cina Dean on YouTube and my live stream should come up on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up. All right, hopefully this time Non-Fungible Cats can get in. Hey, what's up, AZM? What's it doing? Yeah, we're having a technical difficulty because I'm trying to get a guest on here and TikTok always has. Yeah, see if you can join. Non-Fungible. You have to use your other phone. It's so weird that these live. Oh, it worked. TikTok legend. Thank you.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Nice.
Good morning. Welcome.
Morning.
Yeah, so we have Nerd Finance coming on too. He texted me he's going to come on, so hopefully soon. We're just setting it up. Okay, cool. Perfect. What's going on?
Cool.
I saw you playing your retro games on your live. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. It's fun, man. Because I recently did a lot of remodeling inside the house, so I had to take my whole collection, put it in the basement, and then brought it back up. So it's like I've been taking this inventory, making sure everything still works, you know?
For sure.
Yeah,
so $500 invest. What do you do?
$500
I gave you
right now?
Yeah, I gave you $500. Where are you putting it? Stocks or crypto? I'm going to assume stocks and crypto bore you and you're going to put it all into NFTs.
Not for $500. For $500, I'd put it into crypto.com and mess with some stuff on there. Whether it be just a tiny little bit of Ethereum, a good bit of Crowcoin. Yeah.
What about stablecoin? What about USDC? Because you could sit on that $500 and try to pick the bottom. Because some people think Bitcoin is still going to go down to 30,000 before this bear market thing is done. Is ADA coming back? Because I lost so much money on ADA. Is ADA over $1.50? Because I bought a ton.
I don't think so, but the Sunday swap is going to open, so that'll hopefully pump up the price.
I'm going to sell the news then. I got to get out of ADA. I bought so much ADA on Webull, and I kind of regret it because I should have been buying something that I believe in more, like Solana.
Yeah, ADA is a tough one because it pumped too damn hard. It was up to like $3 for a while.
Yeah, exactly. And I
So,
got in after my average ADA price right now is like $1.50, and I'm trying to sell and just wait for it to go under $1 and maybe buy more if it goes under $1.
but yeah, selling the news may not be the worst idea.
Wait, Solana needs another reboot? What happened with Solana? Is that some new news?
If it just happened, man, like come on, like this is why I don't like Solana for several reasons. But it happened like twice last year, and it happened like again, like not even a week or two ago.
Uh-oh.
So
I'll buy the dip. I'll buy the
yeah,
dip. Nice. We got
yeah,
Canna.
4 times. Yeah, that's by my count, that's how many times it is too. They've crashed 4 times in like the past 3 months or something like that. Um, yeah.
Nice. We got a
Hello.
full party. We got hopefully Canna Brewski can jump on here too, and then we got 4 people.
Hey, do you
What's
know how
happening,
I
Kyle
make
on
this phony
chain?
voice? Because I'm driving.
Yeah, you need to leave again. Here, I'm gonna kick you out, and when you request it, you have to hit the video button. I mean, sorry, the voice button. So I'm gonna kick
Okay,
you out,
let me try
rejoin,
that.
and look for the voice. Yeah, there should be a voice button.
If he invites you, you got to click the
Oh,
camera
we're talking
looking
about
button
Pelosi token.
to turn off your camera.
It's Pelosi token to Uranus. Thank you. It's Pelosi token to Uranus. Yeah, by the way, I'm on YouTube, guys. If you guys don't mind coming on my YouTube, what's up? And giving me a thumbs
Something
up.
that I mean, I don't like much talking about her much, but she did something here. Well, he did it 45 days ago. She did it last year, but I thought it was interesting. She got out of last year, like late last year, she got out of a lot of her Apple position.
Nice.
But I'm thinking that's really more to take like end of the year profits and maybe because it's definitely like overpriced in my
Right.
opinion. So she might just be looking to free up some capital and buy back in.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
By the way, my condolences, Kyle. Kyle was here, so I guess when one of you guys leaves, Kyle will jump on, or just help us in the comments, Kyle. We miss you. Give Kyle a follow too. Give Kyle. He's a good TikToker. So what's up? Good morning. So I guess Solana crashed again. I don't know if you guys have any comments on that. Solana crashing.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Cryptos are a scam.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Solana crashing.
We were talking about our favorite politician, Nancy Pelosi. You guys missed out.
Oh,
Yeah, she got out of a lot of her Apple at the end of the year.
Well, isn't Apple doing well? So she made a bad trade. Our best hedge fund manager, Nancy Pelosi.
No, she took profit. You know, maybe she knows or expects it to go down here in Q1, and she's going to buy back in.
What are y'all talking about? Solana crashing?
So it's a BS. Then someone in our comments said it. What do you think of this?
Okay,
Someone put it at 90%.
Yeah, when I look it up, Solana crashing, that might mean the price.
Yeah, maybe the price. Anyways, look at this comment. 90% of U.S. properties cash flow. I agree. I mean, all my properties in California are cash flowing, especially if you got in before, 2016 or 17. Like you've made out.
Oh, wait, it did crash. This was from yesterday. Solana crashes, sold prices tumble as network scrambles to restart. And this was late yesterday.
Oh my God, another crypto crashing. Oh.
It's one of the big ones, like number 5.
Yeah. But it's VC backed, so that's why it had so much hype. A lot of VCs are putting their money in it.
Okay, so it dropped to, $143 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's not bad. Look up Sol.
Yeah, but I guess the network did go down.
Okay.
Yeah, this overload caused the Solana network to start forking, which in turn resulted in some nodes going offline.
So
they had to restart the network.
When we're done talking about Solana crashing, I do want to talk about this stat. 90% of properties in the USA cash flow. So I don't know if you guys agree with that or you think it's way too high or too low. I don't know about that. Because I know we don't talk enough about real estate and it's been doing very, very well.
There's no
do with real estate in my area.
So I guess it depends on what market you're in. I think a lot of people don't realize that, like, just so you say one thing for all of USA is not true because it's really selective on the market, right?
Right.
What's the average home price in like South Carolina and North Carolina? What's like, what can you get like a condo for?
No, but those, I think so. The areas that didn't appreciate much, like maybe South Carolina, places in the South, places in the Midwest, they cash flow hard. Like their cash flow is pretty amazing, but that's because they didn't have that much price appreciation. The thing with California is we've had price appreciation and rent increase, but the rent increases have not kept up with the price increases. But overall, if you had to invest like 20 years ago between a place in the West Coast or a place in the Midwest, you would prefer the one in the West Coast, even though right now the yields in like California are basically close to zero, if not zero.
But that's based solely on the appreciation, though, I guess is what you're saying.
No. So if you were looking at it from when you bought it 20 years ago, it appreciated, but also the rent increase. It's just the rent increases have not kept up with the price appreciation. But overall, it's a higher rent than what you had 20 years ago. It would still be higher than what it is in South Carolina. At South Carolina, prices didn't appreciate because rent didn't go up. So that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they have high yields.
So I'll give you one white townhome she bought in 2005. Okay. 91K. I mean, we were going to list it last year for 1.5, and the ones next to it now are selling for 193 to 202. So
wait, so from where is this?
So this is in just south of Charlotte, Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. And what's the appreciation from 2005?
Double, 100%.
Yeah. So places in California,
yeah,
I'm not sure if 2005, but maybe 2000. I could find out, but it appreciated close to 300%.
Jesus.
Yeah, 3x versus 1x.
Yep.
Well, there's some here. I mean, on average, most of the homes are going for 30%.
Sorry.
So I didn't know.
I said crazy California appreciation is why I don't have a job. And I guess I'll flex on you guys. My first real estate property I bought in California was technically free. I did an FHA loan and I bought a 6-bedroom house. It was 15 grand down. 15 grand down, but I have my broker's license, so I got the $15,000 back. So basically no down payment.
Nice.
Hey, but I can tell you guys the states with the highest appreciation because I listed it down. Because again, I invest in real estate private equity, so I keep in mind where the states are the best states. Because if it's a crappy state, even if the yields are high, I'm not gonna get in on it. But anyways, so the first one, and it's not a state, it's Washington D.C. Did you guys believe
that makes sense.
It's because of the corrupt politicians. People don't realize that they steal money from all of America. They're like a parasite. Washington,
I heard it's very polarized. Like there's a lot of rich people and there's also a lot of poor people.
And those rich people are all parasites off our tax dollars. So when you pay your taxes, most of it is going to those corrupt parasites in Washington, D.C., not the liberals in California.
So next one is California.
Okay. Yeah, they're corrupt too.
No, so the problem here is Washington and California are both extremely high taxes, right? But Washington State is number 2, and they have a 0% income tax.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Seattle's passing stuff where they're going to tax you. So like people are leaving Seattle and going
for income tax.
They're trying to do like a city income tax or something crazy. Yeah. Like an investment. It's like I think on your capital gains, it's like an additional tax. Washington's like or the city of Seattle is trying to throw. But yeah, because I have a friend that lives there and he moved to Woodinville to evade the taxes. He's like, I'm not gonna live in the city. There's like an additional tax trade.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I was gonna say it's not the only city.
And they don't get rid of the homeless.
Olympia.
It's like they tax you, and then there's still a bunch of homeless people there.
Well, same thing in California. Number 4 or number 3. Depending on how you look at it, is Colorado. but they have a 4.55% income tax. I keep in mind what the income taxes are because again, that's what I'm going to get taxed on the
Right.
distributions. But 4.55% flat in Colorado. Number 4, Oregon. Would you have expected that? I would not. But again, that's in the West Coast. So what you can see here is that the West Coast is the best coast in terms of real estate. Like in terms of
Oregon's like the new Washington, dude. Yeah, I would have expected that one. I'm
I
kind
would
of curious.
I don't know much about Oregon except like I met a few girls from Oregon and they seem to be like college, like, party. Like it's like I didn't expect it to be like kind of like a party place, but I guess it is.
So as a real estate investor, I've been to Seattle and I've been to Portland, and I think Portland's a way better market to invest in. You get pretty much the same weather and the same like build out as Seattle, but like everything's way cheaper and there's no sales tax. So I know Californians, a loophole is you go buy your car in Portland. Like they go purposely get like a Washington address and then they go buy their $300,000 car and they don't have
Nerds Finance. A big part of the reason the real estate blew up in Oregon too is because a lot of people went up there to grow. Like a lot of people.
What? Okay, so
I'm the number one customer.
What he said it was kind of odd to me because I actually looked at a map on where the main major cities are in Oregon, and it's the same weather. It's more inland, so I thought it wouldn't be the same weather as a place like Seattle or Los Angeles or San Francisco. It's further in, right? So it should be different weather, or am I wrong there? You don't know.
I don't know. So I'm curious. What are what states are like on the exact opposite? Like what are the worst states? Like I'm probably thinking like New Mexico.
New York.
No, so not the southern. The southern have a better chance. Literally, Midwest, New York, depending on the time frame that you look at, they're not that good. They don't.
Indiana, yeah.
So I looked at the top 13. I don't look at the worst states. I just know like if you're worse, I'm not gonna touch you. If you're not in the top list, I'm not gonna touch you. Right? If you're not in the top list with low taxes, I'm not gonna touch you.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the South and Midwest is slept on, man. Especially like Southwest Michigan, man. That is a beautiful area, and you're really close to Chicago.
Chicago's pretty bad too. Like you'd be surprised how bad it is. I think the only one that, so the only one that's close to Chicago that did kind of well, which I was surprised, I would not have expected it, is Minnesota. I put them at number 10, but I think they have high taxes because I didn't even put a.
Oh, so that's actually good to know. So Minnesota made the top 10. I might actually invest in Minnesota.
I mean, they have good schools, good. The weather is just rough, right? Because it's in the
Minnesota surprises me.
Investing there, I'm gonna, because I want to do multifamily, but I want a cheaper state. And then what's up to Foz? Thank you for. And then when it comes to down payment, go ahead.
How come you don't do real estate private equity? There's like a fund in CrowdStreet right now where they do like build to rent multifamily homes. So it would just make your life easier. You wouldn't have to do anything. There'd be a lot of appreciation. Like it would basically be equivalent to you going out of your own. Actually,
I'm
maybe
a broker.
not. They say 20%. So it's not as good as probably what you get if you levered up.
Don't get any of the thing. The thing is I get to represent myself, so I make a lot of money on the commission. And because I'm a broker, I can do a deal anywhere in any state. So like already I'm losing. Like think about if I invest $1 million with that fund, I'm not going to get any commission. But if I invest $1 million in my own building, I could get $90,000 back.
90,000 in a form of a discount when you purchase the place?
No, as income, it's taxable income. I would make commission on the purchase of the property. I would make, so sometimes I have to pay another broker, but usually like, let's just say I walk away with $60K, and then remember I could syndicate that deal. So maybe my investment is only 50, 60K and like I'm now free rolling on this property, right? Because usually if it's $1 million property, you only need 200 grand. It's about 20% down payment. If it's commercial, it's maybe 300 grand.
350, right? I would have assumed 35%. Yeah.
But yeah, so it'd be better for me to just syndicate my own deal, find a couple investors, and then I'll put in my own money. And like I could even say, hey, I'm going to put in 100 grand, knowing that I'm going to get 60 grand back, and then just find a couple investors that want to put in 50K. And then also when it comes to like management and stuff, people don't realize, but like a lot of these companies, they steal from you. Like they have buddies with contractors and stuff, and like they inflate their expenses and stuff. You don't have any control. You have to
I've
just
heard
trust.
of that. I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and that's
can
like
see that
Well, no,
happening.
I mean, no, they're pretty clear on what property management collects. Usually at the bigger deals, it's not as high because usually when you have
my
like
buddy
one
caught
apartment,
his management company buying Home Depot gift cards and then billing them, and he caught him. He asked for an audit, and he found
that is something a lot of consultants do too, like from like sleazy consultants.
That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
actually,
And
I
like
don't
the
know.
whole thing
So
is that. Go ahead.
So I was a consultant back in the day, and we would just think of ways on how to take advantage of the stipend that we would get, and that was one of them. So where you buy gift cards and then expense it.
Exactly.
But I didn't
And
do it.
so you can obviously trust these big like funds to do the management for you, but it's like you'll never get the returns that like an LLC will, especially if it's being managed correctly. Because like there might be like a percent of like this is what it should be. So like let's just say your building's $1 million, maybe like it shouldn't cost more than 60,000. But like once again, you don't know. There's a lot of like variables where it could be 120, it could be 300,000 that year to manage it. But I don't know. What about your numbers?
But
Well, you're getting what on your crowded funded deals? What are you getting? You're still getting like an easy 7-10% of cash flow, or like how does it work?
On your PE deals, yeah.
I typically get one of my deals right now 7% cash flow annualized right now.
When do you get your equity out? Like, and then what do you have to pay in fees?
Wait, say it again. What'd you say?
So let's just say you invested 10 grand, you're getting 7% cash flow on that 10 grand, but like, how do you get your 10 grand back out? Is it like locked up for a certain amount of time, or how does that work?
Locked up for until like they sell the property, then they disperse it. Or sometimes they give you an option, like, hey, we can buy you out, you can stay with us, yada yada yada.
So I could buy a PIMCO bond fund that pays me 9%, right? And then I can
do that. That's junk. And
I can borrow against it.
Bonds.
I can borrow also against it. So my $10,000 of this junk bond, I can also borrow 7.5 grand against the junk bond.
So most PIMCO bonds will not generate 9% right now because even junk bonds don't yield that much unless it's like super
PCM.
junk bonds.
Check it out.
So if you have super junk bonds that are very long in duration, then yeah, they'll sell you that at 9%. But the issue here is you have a lot of interest rate risk. The minute interest rates rise,
like Carnival. Like most of it's Carnival Cruise Line. They're going to pay their debt. Or you don't think Carnival is going to default? They have like all these assets you can take. They have giant.
No, but that's not what interest rate risk is. Interest rate risk is if it if the interest rate changes, you're stuck with that 9%.
Because you're not buying the initial rate of the bond itself. You're buying it at the current market rate, and if the market rates rise, then your bond will decrease in value.
Yeah.
I would rather buy a crypto miner with the 10K.
Money doesn't grow on trees, guys. It does on crypto miners.
I know. I was in my class yesterday, and one of the guys that was talking was he was a principal at startups, but he recently quit the starter fund to join a crypto fund. So now he started a crypto asset, and then he got bought out, and now he's part of a crypto fund. Anyways, thought it was interesting.
Does anyone trade airline stocks? They asked on YouTube about airline stocks. I sold out of my airline stocks. I didn't do what Buffett did. I did the opposite of Buffett. When he was selling, I was buying, and then basically I decided to sell out maybe like 3-4 months ago. And
how'd that work out?
So
it was good.
I'm doing the opposite of Buffett workout.
Yes. Well, here. So I actually know.
Now he's doing well. You guys know that? Like Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway is beating the S&P 500, I think. Check it out.
So I own Berkshire Hathaway. I use it kind of like as a benchmark. But why he sold the airlines actually made a lot of sense. The reason why is because he had like a substantial ownership. He owned maybe 10% of each of the airlines, right? Something ridiculous. And the reason why he had to sell was when everything tanked, the airline industry needed a bailout. Now, they're not going to give a bailout if Warren Buffett is on there. So what Warren Buffett did is he sold his stocks, and then that's when the government decided to bail out the airlines.
That's smart.
Because they
Damn.
couldn't. No. Literally, I'm pretty sure there was a talk behind closed doors where the airlines were asking for money, and then Trump at the time, who's not a big fan of Buffett, basically said like, this is what I imagine would happen. Like, we're not going to bail out.
Why didn't he like Buffett? Why did Trump like Buffett? Like, why would anybody really not like him? What's he done? Yeah, what's he done for anybody to really dislike him?
A little jealousy, probably.
Both like McDonald's.
Probably.
They're both billionaires that eat at McDonald's. They should be like that.
Well, the thing is, so Warren Buffett actually pretty nice, because every time they asked him for a comment, like a political comment, it's always been like kind of neutral. But at the beginning, he would always say something that was kind of like tongue in cheek, like something that you couldn't notice. Like, you couldn't notice that he was being insulting, but he was being insulting about the current situation. But over time, he progressed from like making small critical comments that that's hard to notice, but he was doing it, to like just not commenting at all at the political situation. So he changed his political stance as the dude got elected, and you could kind of tell that that there may have been, because he literally said that the reason why he sold out was because the only way that the airlines would get bailed out is if he sold out, if he left. So that's what he did. Maybe they were also asking, the airline industry was also asking him directly to bail them out, and then he obviously got turned off. But overall, he always hated the airline industry, so wouldn't matter really. I think he said he's been burned once or twice already by the airline industry, so that's probably the nail in the coffin. But the reason why he invested was for the last maybe decade, maybe 12 years, the airline industry had super strong returns. You just had to look at Delta, like from 1997, 2007 to like 2021, and then you can see the returns itself. Because like once Delta emerged from bankruptcy, they really went like crazy up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this: when are we doing our TikTok meeting again? I want to actually ask Nerd Finance about this. When are you meeting up with those creators again, or did they kill it?
I haven't seen any setup. They haven't set anything up in a while. So they haven't reached out. But the thing is, I haven't reached out either. So.
Reach out, man. I want to talk to them.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Hey, so have you guys checked out the Creator Marketplace? I was just curious if you guys were getting hits.
Not really. I signed up for it, but I haven't done anything with it.
Here is under 10,000, I think. You're the only one. Yeah, you're the only one that has more than 10,000 followers. We're all small creators. We're not a big fish like you. We're aspiring to be like you.
You had 100K. I actually disengaged. Like, I stopped like posting TikTok content because I got hooked into video games. Like, I'm playing Diablo 2. So.
Oh,
You're
nice.
playing old school Diablo? Is it that entertaining?
No. So Diablo 2 Resurrected. They came out with a release. So I started playing it, and I'm like pretty wealthy on it. I got really rich really fast just by trading.
What are you playing it on? PlayStation 5 or what?
PC.
Why doesn't Blizzard create like NFTs and digital assets? It's a way for them to monetize and make easy money off of other games.
You can say that about any video game company though, right? So it's not just
and like WWF. Why isn't professional wrestling embracing the crypto stuff? It's just easy money.
There was a John Cena NFT collection, and it did terribly. And it's because they priced it too high. They priced it at like starting at $1,000 or something crazy.
Someone created an NFT.
They wanted money grab. That's my field, right? In my business. You can tell behind me. So the problem is, and I'm sorry, most NFT collectors don't want shit to do.
Here's someone typing. Who's typing? Okay.
Nerd Finance. No, Canabruski, I can't tell what's behind you. What are those supposed to be behind you, that collection?
So these are all my events.
Oh, nice.
know Kevin Owens from WWE. That's his old TV show he used to do, the Kevin Steen Show, the original. Let's see.
Oh, that's going back to like Ring of Honor. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, these are all like the guests I've had at my company. There's the Young Bucks.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Cedric
I gotta
Alexander.
fly out to one of your events, dude. Like the next one you plan, I want to come to one of your events.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think I would get more followers on TikTok if I grew a wrestling mullet. What do you guys think? I got like really, I'll be like, I'll change it to YOLO crypto mullet. What do you guys
You
think?
gotta like grow the mullet and a big old handlebar mustache like Macho Man.
And I'll start repping Slim Jim. Get a Slim Jim, guys. Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Dude, I
will
actually
take
been
steroids.
thinking, what kind of content do you guys think we should be doing for finance? Like, because
Well, dude,
I
wait,
can't
they
do
were talking about
individual
NFTs. NFTs are really hot right now, and like the whole digital assets, but also artwork. Isn't there people doing masterworks? Have you heard of that? You buy
Yeah, I've
like
heard of that.
shares of
I've heard of
wine, and you
They're
buy
also
shares.
they're also asking for what do you call that? Influencers to advertise their stuff. But so Masterworks is interesting, but again, I don't like to invest in things that are like art, like things that don't generate cash flow or are just pretty to look at because they're unique.
Or just like a completely speculative, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. No, but you know what's funny? I remember when
The
Bitcoin.
dictator wants me to have one of you guys host. I need to go drop off furniture at the new TikTok creator house. So do one of you guys want to host, and we'll continue the live? You should host. You have the most followers. You should host. You'll get a bigger live stream.
I can host
Okay.
today. All right.
Okay.
Later.
So I'm gonna go to voice
Cool.
and yeah. Okay, see you guys on his live stream.